All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to a price action study. So even though it is 12:41, we are going to be studying the price action for January 2nd of 2024. I got my computer working again, so now we're back. And yeah, dude, the Chromebook, it was really hard to do it on. So anyways, I'm back and we'll continue here. So let's begin from where we last left off, or last left off. All right, right. So the monthly, currently still bullish. I know it's a bearish candle that's currently forming, but I'm still bullish as on this time frame there's no indication to expect something otherwise. And in terms of the PD array, which is something I've just started learning about, right? We are above the highs here. Okay, so in other words, we are in a deep premium. We're as deep as you can get, and so we can reasonably expect price to go lower, which is kind of what I've been saying with liquidity being exhausted on the buy side. It's obviously this is very same for NQ and ES, right? How about the weekly chart? Has anything changed? Because bear in mind, we're looking at these time frames. So on the weekly, we can see that above these highs, price ran, and now we're seeing the weekly candle go lower. Now this isn't an indication. This alone is not indication that price will continue lower. What I am showing here is a high, okay, um, stops being ran above that high. Okay, using a higher time frame array, we can see that those buy stops were taken, right? And now we're seeing price react lower. Now we don't consider this is not a shift in market structure just yet, right? I'm looking at this low, I'm looking at this low here, and this low. These are relevant levels, and we'll refine that in just a moment. But these are the levels I'm looking at. Not much has changed, since I last got on the charts. And is it the same for ES? Absolutely. The lows being here. Hold on. Alt J. Okay. Boom. All right. There's no low. These are relative to one another, so we're looking at that. It's also a fair value gap here. And I've been learning about PD arrays. I'm not going to completely go into that, but in terms of a PD array or being in a premium, this is extremely overbought, and that is like the last level of like a PD array, which is like an old high. So being said, we're actually creating a new high. Okay, now for these time frames, as I mentioned, there's no indication to expect lower prices. So on the monthly and weekly, we're going to continue being bullish. How about on the daily here? Well, on the daily, what have I been saying? I've been saying that price is consolidating above an old high, and we wouldn't be expecting price to remain in a premium for very long. But let's also look at the time. Okay, so so here we go. And we need to redo this now that another month has elapsed. But for now, let's look at the midpoint. Okay, 20 days passed. We had this sell side, this buy side, this buy side. All of those have been ran. The only relevant level we then had was a untested monthly high. Now I've noted these lows. I don't need to note it twice. I guess it's not noted on the higher time frame, but we're looking at this level of sell side. We're looking at this level of sell side. We're not going to analyze this here, but I just wanted to point out the fact that 40 days, right, from the most recent month. All right, we have this aggressive price action with all buy side liquidity taken, right? So we're going to see now if price wants to show us an indication that it wants to go to the sell side. Just looking here, what I see forming is I do see a turtle soup in the form of this high being taken out, right? But we also know that the market is not going to just quickly build in orders. Anyways, same concept in terms of time for both ES and NQ, with NQ actually taking those stops where ES has not just yet. So we can reasonably, with our bias, because this is still not indication to expect lower prices, right? With our bias, we can reasonably expect price to then trade to this level of buy side. And we're going to continue focusing on that. But my idea is that we are consolidating above an old high. Okay, that's what I'm currently under the impression of, because I have no reason to think of anything else. I just see sideways price action above an old high, no further liquidity objectives, etc. So, all right, we're going to go to our higher time frame. And when I say higher time frame, I mean the daily chart, right? Okay. So here we go. Is there anything different here? I mean, it's pretty much the same. I'm looking at literally the exact same time frame, just on a different chart. But it's the same thing, above that level of buy side. I won't waste too much time on it because really this chart, what I want to be looking at is the 4 hour and also the weekly range, which I'll have to generate. But Anyways, is it any different here? What I've been saying, sideways price action, right? In the last days since I've looked at price, right? I think that was Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday. Has much changed? No, it's just moved to the side. Okay, I didn't really miss anything. This is what I've missed. All right, the only thing I missed here is in terms of ES not taking out this low, while NQ did. And so, in other words, NQ ran out these stops. We may see price, continue higher. And if what I'm saying is right, and we're in a consolidation, we can expect these like seek and destroy conditions, where it moves from discount to premium to discount to premium in that given range or in that consolidation range. So we'll continue to focus on that, but that's what we're taking away from the 4 hour. Now, if we go into our 1 hour, here's where I'm going to have to go ahead and find these ranges. Okay, here we go, 12 a.m., right? And also I noticed like the days are weird. So like even though I felt like I missed a lot, like look, this is Tuesday, right? Friday. Like with the holidays, dude, the trading range is so weird. Like hold on. Okay, this is so like this is Friday into Monday, right? But there's no like it's like I'm just trying to think of how to explain it. Like listen, like if you look at the time period between all these, it's the exact same. The difference is like Thursday has its own day, and then Friday and Monday are split, but there's usually Sunday, which we don't have, which also this is the 29th, and then here we go, Monday the 1st, right? 29th, Monday the 1st, so New Year's Eve to New Year's. All right, and then we have the day after New Year's, which was today. So here's what we're looking at today. Today is when we ran that level of sell side. How about here? Well, it's not much of a difference. I don't know if I already had that marked, but if I did, pretty cool. All right, so anyways, yeah, I did. Okay, so, and then let me see, Monday, Thursday, Friday. All right, so I'm just going to set this as the red then, because this also includes Monday. So let me make sure I did it right. Yeah, okay, we'll do that for both. All right, so in terms of the weekly range, right, let's look at last week's range. What did price do? Well, it just slowly reached for this high pretty much all week. I mean, we didn't really hit it until Wednesday when it was hit, but Wednesday is the 27th, so that's like 2 days after the holiday. We're right in between New Year's and everything, but look at what's happening here. Low formed, okay. High formed, okay. Buy side liquidity taken above that high, okay. We have this low or these different levels of sell side, which I already mentioned. I literally said this in a previous video. Go listen to it. I swear to God, I said this. I'm expecting price to go to these lows, these lows, these lows, since it has reached from this premium. I said that. Go, look at it. But anyways, on here, it's the complete opposite. But what we're still seeing, what is this? High forms, that's taken. Price runs through the stops. Price is running through stops here. It's just doing it differently. It hasn't ran out this low back here just yet, or the ultimate low within this consolidation range, but we're still seeing it go for this low, right? Go for this low. I do believe price will trade here and then continue for this low. Now I'll need to start blending some of the ideas of like PD arrays, and I need to deepen my understanding on that. I'm sure I'll get some more. It's episode like, fuck, is it 14? I think it's 14. Because I only have a couple more episodes. It's either 14 or 15, dude. But listen, I have a few more episodes, and honestly, I need to like get the fuck to bed so I can like get that shit done. But listen, dude. All right, nothing has changed, right? Like price is just moving to the side, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Price is just completely moving sideways. So now, apart from that, right, the biggest thing I felt like I was like, oh, I'm missing out, is really just noting the daily highs, which isn't even. First of all, it's not even hard, right? You can already see I have a majority of them marked here. I do need to go ahead and go back, but dude, it's just like the idea of like fucking not being in the routine, dude. That's what's like stressing me out. I swear to God, I've been stressed about this. Like, I was literally thinking, like, fuck, like, I was dreading doing this. I was like, fuck, like, all the work I'm gonna have to do. And then I was like, you know what, dude? All right, listen, I'm so fucking sick of my position in life. Let me stop being a pussy. Let me get off my ass and actually fucking make something of myself. All right, because, listen, it's not about showing up when you feel like it's about showing up when you don't feel like it. Because if you make decisions based on who you are rather than how you feel, you'll always see success. And um, also in delayed gratification, which, trust me, this is delayed. I don't want to be doing this shit, but I know that long term it's gonna pay me, and it'll be a great thing to learn. So anyways, in terms of what we're looking at here, right, same thing. There's really no difference between both of these. Okay, I'm simply just noting the highs and lows for each day, which I am going to in just a moment. I'm gonna actually like note these, but and what I mean is I'm gonna pull out my phone and I'm gonna tell my phone what levels I'm looking at, and then I'm gonna put it in my notes. But anyways, listen, this is all that I've been, I've missed like a couple days. This was Friday, right? This is obviously like that's pretty much it. On Thursday, I recorded the price action for Wednesday and Tuesday, and so I obviously didn't record Thursday. But all I was doing all week in terms of looking at like even the weekly range, and this is obviously on the 10-minute now, but we've just been simply running those buy stops. When we ran those stops or ran above that high, price consolidated, aggressively broke lower. Why? To take sell side below these stops. Now, just because of this doesn't mean that I am going to start selling, because price can easily, come back up here, take these buy stops, and we have to also keep in mind, what we're looking at on the higher time frames, right? Which ultimately our bias is that we are expecting price to go or continue higher until we see a reason for it to run lower. So my idea right now is just looking at again a consolidation, seek and destroy conditions. Okay. So now in terms of the week, here we go, Sunday, right? So we're gonna look up weekly. I forget if I put. I'm just gonna put weekly events. I think that's what I titled it. Let me look at weekly events. That's what I have been titling it. Cool. All right, and so like this is literally like what I missed. Like I gotta fix that or like make it look. I have to enter my notes properly. But anyways, we have there. So and then in terms of the weekly events, dude, listen, I can't. I always have to do this on video just because it's so easy, right? Like this is so fucking simple. Hold on. Or not the record one though. I'm literally looking at the wrong one. In fact, where's my wait? Is this the right one? So why is it record now? Okay, that's why. Capture visible part. Look at that. Copy. Boom. And then here, weekly events. Boom. Look. Bang. I already got the price action for the week in there in terms of weekly events, right? We had that's Christmas, the 25th. So I have that. Don't really have any journal entries for last week, to be honest. I just wasn't doing shit. And then this, obviously, let's put that as New Year's because, yeah, it's New Year's. All right. And obviously, that's not a day to be trading. I'm not going to be trading on New Year's. I don't think just in general. I mean, I don't even know if you can trade on New Year's, but I just don't think in general I'll be doing that. Hold on, let me go celebrate. There we go. Yeah. Woo, New Year's. Yeah. All right. So, anyways, what I really need to do now is I'm going to get all of these noted. I'm going to note the daily highs and lows. Again, we're not on the third, so really I'm just missing these days or these last like 4 days of data, but it's not even 4 days because of how it like cuts off. So, anyways, to conclude, the bias is that we're ultimately bullish. I'm still looking at this as a consolidation, looking to see if price is going to still show a willingness to continue lower. And now what I need to be doing is I need to get on, and this is not like a short-term thing. This would be a higher time frame study, but I need to study the higher time frame PD arrays based on what I'm learning currently to deepen my understanding of that. So we'll do that tomorrow because, like I mentioned, it's 12:54. I have to get to bed. I have more shit I have to do tomorrow. But for now, we're going to leave it at that. So, peace, bro. All right, peace, bro.